Hi, I'm Becca Klein and I'm a date coach. I help individuals work through any and all dating challenges, including dating burnout, navigating unhelpful patterns, and boosting confidence. The holidays can be a tricky time for dating, so I've compiled a brief list of my top dating tricks to instantly improve your dating life and get you closer to your relationship goals. I've also created a helpful guide to refer back to at your convenience. Let's dive into some festive dating magic just in time for the holidays. Okay, before we unwrap these tips, let's break dating down into two main stages. First, we're going to talk about where to meet people and how to secure that first date. Then, we're going to talk about dates 1 through 5, which I consider to be the vibe check. This includes how to build interest on both sides, accurately vet for compatibility, and communicate like a pro. All right, stage 1. So, if you feel like you're getting stuck and not getting on enough dates, or simply can't even bridge the gap between initial contact and first date, try these 3 easy tricks. Number 1, get more exposure. Consider if your lifestyle is lending itself to meeting new people. If you feel like your day-to-day life is very routine and you're constantly surrounded by the same people, it's time to switch it up. Holiday parties are a great way to make new connections. Or if you feel like your next few weekends are filled with holiday gatherings that actually won't lend itself to meeting new people, it's okay to say no. Instead, focus on trying a new hobby, going to a new coffee shop, or exploring a new part of town. Putting yourself in new situations not only allows for new connections, but it also naturally builds confidence. Tip number 2, take back ownership of your dating life. If you feel like you're waiting for someone else to constantly make the first move or give you a clear sign of interest, try taking a leap of faith and asking them out first. This is especially helpful on dating apps. An easy line like, "I've been enjoying our conversation and would love to see how this translates to real life. Are you free for drinks next Thursday?" can go a long way. And last but certainly not least, contact a 3-day rule matchmaker. Whether it's updating the matchmaker with your most up-to-date information for your profile or becoming a client, it never hurts to be on a matchmaker's radar. So reach out to your most recent matchmaking contact. Okay, now that we've covered those first 3 tips, let's move on to stage 2, dates 1 through 5. Tip number 1 for stage 2 is have a PreDay Ritual. Sometimes going on a first date can just slide into the rest of our routine, but it's important that we get intentional about how we enter a date. So if you're coming straight from work or had a long day, make sure to take at least 10 minutes to shift your mindset. Put on your favorite song, talk to your best friend, or switch up your clothing to make sure that you feel in the mood to connect. Number 2, ask open-ended questions that lead to storytelling. The truth is, we all tend to try to gather information about someone on a first date, but facts don't really bond us. Emotions and stories do. So instead of asking something like, "What do you do for work?" ask, "What led you to your line of work?" You're more likely to get a story that you can connect with and relate to. And let's face it just lends itself to more exciting conversation. Number 3 might sound counterintuitive, but just hear me out. Lean into judgment. So if you notice yourself wanting to discount this person as a possible partner because of something they said or did, see if you can ask more questions to gather more information. In dating, we tend to take very small bits of information and make large assumptions about it. So be sure to give your date the benefit of the doubt and ask follow-up questions if you're feeling unsure. And tip 4, allow the date environment to help you connect. If you feel after your first date like your date was nice but might not be playful, try miniature golfing for your second date. Or if you feel like you aren't sure your date matches your intellect, find a cultural event for your next outing. It's impossible to see all sides of someone from 1 or even 2 dates. So if you feel like you didn't get to experience a certain side to your date, consider allowing location to help break the barrier for the future. Try these helpful tips and see what works best for you. As a date coach, I've discovered that the smallest shifts in the way we date can make the biggest differences in how we connect. So don't let this holiday season pass you by without trying something new. You never know what the new year will bring.